Hey folks, I wanted to respond to Burn Victim's question about mass murder and genocide. Which is worse, if either? And I've been listening to the responses, and you've got a good question when you think you know the answer right off the bat, and the more you think about it, the more you go back and forth on the answer. A lot of good points here in the video responses to this question, but something that really isn't being talked about, and I thought I would bring up. In my opinion, genocide is far worse than mass murder, for the simple reason is that not only are you destroying human life, which obviously is ultimately incredibly evil, you're also destroying culture. You're destroying the accumulated value that has been built over time in a culture that contributes to the advancement of all society and the human race. When you destroy a culture, when you destroy a people, a race of people, and take away that value, that their shared experience, that their education, that their learned experience adds to society. When you take that away, you steal something from society. You steal something from humanity. I suppose you could argue that people live and die, and the only thing that gets added to the planet, to posterity, is the experience and culture of the people that have preceded us. The art that we have, the philosophies we have, the evolution of the ideas that we all hold so dear. Those are the accumulated wealth of the experiences of the people that preceded us. And when you start talking about taking out entire cultures, you really are making a huge dent in that valuable resource. On a physical level, obviously, I think there's no difference. I mean, if I'm the guy being murdered, whether I'm being murdered for my race or whether I'm being murdered just because I happen to be in Stalin's way or opposed to him politically or whatever, it really doesn't matter to me. But it does matter to society when governments decide to destroy culture, to destroy a race. I think that's a much worse. It's a much worse thing. So anyway, that's my thought. I'm sure I'll change my idea about it, my attitude about it, because I mean I've been back and forth on this several times. One of the fellows earlier mentioned that he thought that mass murder was worse because it involved greed, and that genocide was somehow less bad because there was a rationale behind it, that there was thought behind it. And that immediately struck me as backwards in a way. Human beings are animals. We do have basic animalistic instincts, and survival is obviously one of the primary basic instincts we have. And people do a lot of things to survive. I think when you're talking about taking out a culture, taking out a whole race of people as somehow a means to survive, you've risen above the animalistic instinct and moved into a more of a moral issue. I don't think there's a lot of moral issues in animalistic murder. I think there are huge moralistic issues in thoughtful, planned murder. Again, those relate somewhat to what I said earlier, but both points I think are interesting. Talk to you later. Bye.